I mean, if you actually do the math, it should be so much more than that. And it's not just about the payout, it's just the lies and the deceit. If companies have this level of deception, there should be a bigger ban than just the money being paid out. Those people that are part of those companies should be thrown in jail. They should be losing their licenses, and they should not be allowed to be involved in the industry again. But you'll see as those people will just switch companies and go work for another pharmaceutical company, and they never really get penalized for it, or one person takes all the blame when there were hundreds involved in the lies and the deception. So as you can see, the pharmaceutical companies, which then educate the doctors, they don't care about you. They only care about making money. In fact, if they killed millions of people, which they have, they don't care because they made money. Now, here's another connection you have to be aware of if you really want to understand what's going on. There is a deep connection between not only the pharmaceutical industry and the medical industry, but the pharmaceutical industry and the food industry. About 80% of chronic diseases and premature deaths are thought to be potentially preventable through diet and lifestyle. Okay? Diet. Processed foods in a sedentary lifestyle lead to conditions like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, autoimmune disease, gut dysfunction. Sick people then need more drugs to manage the high blood pressure, the high blood sugar, the depression, the acid reflux, the high cholesterol. Meanwhile, ultra-processed food companies are often owned or heavily invested in by pharmaceutical conglomerates. So think about this. You have the same people and investors that own the pharmaceutical brand like Merck and Pfizer, and also own the food companies like Hershey's and Nestle and, name your company, General Mills. And so they're okay with keeping all this sugar and cereal and the food dyes and all the things that make us sick, because then they're going to go and take more pharmaceuticals. And if you think for a second, no, people couldn't be that evil. There's no way that a person is smart enough to go and own both a pharmaceutical company and a food company, and they're okay if these things are making them sick, or even they engineer it or strategize it that way. You're absolutely crazy if you think that that's not part of the intent, and if people aren't aware of that. Here's the reality. If you want to be well, one of the greatest tools in your tool belt is awareness. Being aware, being able to connect the dots, see the patterns. I love Jordan Peterson. One of the his definitions of wisdom is being able to see all the dots, connect all the patterns, and see through the lies. That is a form of wisdom. And if you want to be wise, you can't just continue to go along with the narrative. You have to be able to think for yourself. You need to be able to have a discerning heart and spirit.
Discover the power within. Healing starts here. Feel better, live brighter, learn more. Join others in transforming their health.